Hello everybody, welcome to Match of the Week. We're back. We had a bit of a hiatus last week, but here I am, I'm Neblime, and with me is Flying. Welcome, Flying.
What is up, Neblime? Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Is this your first time CPL Match of the Week?
This is my first time casting
excellent.
CPL.
Excellent, welcome. Well, it's very exciting to have such a skillful and hopefully knowledgeable player with us, right? So I'll be saying random stuff, you'll be dropping the knowledge bombs, destroying me, right?
Hopefully that's how it'll go.
Alright then. So this week, we have Tier 3 to start off, but we are doing Tier 2 as well. And I'm only showing the Tier 3 games there. We're going to go through the Tier 3 and then jump into the Tier 2 afterwards, and all will be revealed. We have Notorious S.C.V versus JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. Finally getting around to JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. I'm sorry I haven't casted many of their games yet, but this week is going to be the week. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into our first match. DeadInfested versus MrPeanutButter. Let's do it. Alright, starting here in the bottom left of Silphid, we have Peanutbutter. And in the bottom right, in the orange, we have DeadInfested. DeadInfested here for Notorious S.C.V. and Peanutbutter for JinJin and the Pandor Patrol. So I haven't watched any of JinJin and Pandor Patrol's games yet. We'll see what the sort of theme is. You know, some teams are probably cheesier than others, don't you reckon?
Oh, for sure. I mean, if someone on your team is playing aggressive, it definitely can influence your style a little bit, but we'll see what they're up to this game.
It wouldn't be an Australian stream without a bit of lag here. So let's turn the latency up.
Oh, yeah.
So we are here in Tier 3, I should mention, if anyone who's not familiar with CPL. It is replay stream Aurelian. We don't do live cast until the playoffs, which we may do a lot of live casts then, but for the main season we're doing just replays. So I was mentioning it is Tier 3, so these are the players in CPL who are just learning, just starting their StarCraft journey mostly. And I believe the upper limit is something like 1,300, 1,400. I probably should know this by now. I've been working with CPL for a lot of seasons, but I still don't know the MR boundaries, but something like that. Data says, StarCraft is an amazing game. You can have lag even in a replay. You can have replay bug even in a live game too. That's how amazing the game is. So yeah, there's a lot of variety of strategies down here in Tier 3, and a lot of possibilities for what people can do. Now, it looks like immediately Peanutbutter's starting to make a sort of wall here. I guess you can make a link-proof wall here. I never thought of doing it this way with like Depot and then Barracks, but... oh, actually, maybe you have to do it that way. I don't know what... Don't listen to my gibberish. Terran wall goes down, Neblime just starts talking.
Yeah, I feel like, this is a little different, but Infested went for a pretty quick drone scout here, so despite the wall, the drone is going to get in and see what's going on anyway. So we'll see if it's going to be a gas from Terran or what the plan is here with the wall.
I mean, I think with a wall it makes the most sense, right? If you're not going gas, it's a bit weird to make a wall, in my opinion. Oh, the drone gets taken out, though. Oh, thought he'd come harassed, but he was the one who got harassed.
Yeah.
Now... it looks like Terran's going to be able to get this up unmolested. It is not a link-proof wall, though. It's not possible to make a link-proof wall now where the barracks is, but it still helps. If it's narrow, it helps. Now, Zerg went for an overpull here. Maybe not intending any aggression. Maybe just trying to keep himself safe. We'll see if he continues to save lava here. He's already saving one. Maybe he's going to go immediately with 6 Zerglings, and if that happens, Terran needs to be prepared. First Blood, says Aurelian. I need a soundboard, man, with the Quake, First Blood or whatever. Dude, that'd be sick if actually like an Unreal Tournament soundboard or something. I need that now.
Soundboard can be powerful.
Is this like, you know, the soundboard is the way to many powers some would consider unnatural in casting? Well, I see an SUV already in position to block. I don't know if that's intentional by Peanutbutter. But you know what? He made only 2 lings anyway, so nothing going to happen immediately here. I think it is a fine thing to do in your CPL match. You just go overpull just in case something crazy is going to come out. Because a lot of the time, you know, people playing a match, they just want to steal the win. They don't want to play a long macro game. I think in CPL you learn a lot, but matches aren't for learning. Matches are for winning, if you ask me. Ooh, that hatch goes down.
You're trying to win these matches for sure.
Absolutely. You want to get that point for your team. That's the important thing here. Now, third hatch does go down here. Bunker going down at the expansion. No command center yet. Oh, that was wider than I thought. But it looks like Terran's going to move out there sooner or later. No, well, I said no gas. I'm like, wait a minute, there's literally a gas mining. What am I saying? So we do have a factory coming up, actually. This bunker might be sort of like to trick the Zerg and be like, look, I'm expanding, and a Vulture's going to suddenly come out and do massive damage. Guess we'll see what he tries to do.
This bunker, especially with the placement, is very much meant for deception. I think he doesn't want Zerg to see that there's no command center there, and this may even be a 2-fag, I would imagine.
Yeah, so I guess he's kind of playing like TVP, right, where you put the bunker in and then you're actually going 2-fag. That's kind of what this is. I mean, he's getting the command center here, it looks like.
Yeah, just as I say that. Yeah, well, the CC does go down.
It is still worth pointing out that the safest thing to do would be like build it in base and float it out. So I think it's fair to say this bunker is still sort of sneaky, and it doesn't really suggest a factory. I mean, we'll see how on point DeadInfested's scouting is. I don't see an Overlord that's gotten into the natural or anything. He's got one way up here at the mineral only. So he doesn't really know what's going on here. And if you don't get a Sunken, it's very difficult to stop that Vulture with only Zerglings. Evo Chamber coming up real fast here. Now that's interesting.
Yeah, the Evo and the Lair both on the way. I would imagine this is going to be some kind of lurker build, and we are seeing the den here, I think. Yeah.
Well, you know, traditionally, when I make predictions, it's unwise, but I can say this much. We're going to see some upgrades this game.
That is for sure. Yeah, so probably +1 carapace with lurker here is what I would imagine, but we'll see what he goes for exactly.
Yeah. And, I guess he has to go lurker, but he could. Yeah, okay, fair enough. There isn't really anything that makes sense, and ultimately he'll be trying to go Ultralisk, I imagine.
Right. I think so.
I was trying to think of some wacky Bizarro world where he gets like +1 melee or something, but you're right, it doesn't really make sense. Now, this Vulture's out. A drone was in position to make a colony, but it hasn't made it yet. No reaction from DeadInfested. He might be in a lot of trouble here. Where's the drone going? No, you can't fight him. He's too strong for you. Oh no.
Yeah, we don't have a Sunken, we don't have any Speedlings. It's going to be really tough to defend
this Vulture. He's making 6 drones. How long does it take one Vulture to kill 6 drones? Where's he going? He turns back. Was he baited by that one drone? You didn't see it, did he?
Oh my goodness. That is actually insane. One drone pulled that Vulture away from killing probably infinite drones.
Wow, that is unfortunate. He probably would have won the game immediately, as long as he knows how to micro it, I assume. Oh, and he doesn't even catch this drone! Are you kidding me? Is Zerg going to make a sneaky base here? I like that kind of play, to be honest. I think it's a good move, because Terran doesn't tend to check that. Now, Terran got this expansion. Oh, there we go. Starting to make SCVs, finally. A bit behind there. But now the Sunkens are out. Goliaths, Vultures, I don't care what you bring. You need Siege Tanks to get in here now with these Sunkens coming up. And Lurker Aspect does start. So looking pretty solid right now. Couple factories pumping Goliaths. Unfortunately, Peanut Butter putting his factories all the way in the back of his base, going to make it a bit harder for him here. Oh, he does kill a drone. I don't know what that drone is doing out of the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it was looking to expand, but as you pointed out earlier, this refugee drone can definitely be used to expand now, and he looks like he's about to go for it.
Yeah, I think it's a good move because later you can always get a Nidus there and we'll make Defilers there, and suddenly, boom, swarm in the natural, and then it's all over. So I'm a fan. It is, of course, always risky, though. Like, I always feel the same way about hidden bases. I'll never tell you, like, don't try and do a hidden base. Just understand that if you get caught, you're probably just going to lose. But it's always worth trying, I think. Especially, like I was saying, in these matches. You're trying to steal a win, right?
Yeah, and, you know, as you say, it may backfire on him because there is a Vulture here around 3 o'clock kind of patrolling the map. So I think he may find that base eventually.
Oh, yeah. But, that is a good thing about the Vultures, right? They're going to give you a lot of extra map vision you might not otherwise have.
Yeah, for sure. It is an interesting, though. We're going to see Lurker versus Mech in the mid game here, so not usually the type of armies that you see going up against each other in this matchup, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think in that situation, generally, if Zerg can make a big like surprise attack with Lurker and Terran doesn't realize it's coming, they will win. But as long as Terran's able to hold the initial attack, they're going to be in a really good position. Now, Queason's coming down pretty fast here. His plans of getting Ultralisk with good Carapace probably not going to be as effective against Mech here. But if you get into Swarm right away, Lurker Swarm is actually still okay against Mech. It's sort of iffy, but it's sort of okay at the same time. This one Marine just shooting this Overlord away. But I think what you need to do here, you need to move out with about like 10 Goliaths or something like that before the Lurkers are going to be ready. And then you'll see them come across the map and you know what you need to do. Yeah, unfortunately we're experiencing a bit of lag. Not really sure why. I'm hoping it'll just iron itself out. I've already set to extra high here. Not sure what else I can do. But we'll see.
I'm seeing now that it's lagging when I come in, but I don't know if that keeps going. I may have to figure something out, I guess.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case. Not really sure why. It's odd that that would like lag the game. I mean, people can confirm the stream audio isn't lagging, right? As far as we can tell. By the way, he finds the base. This is huge, actually. This is very huge. I think Peanut Butter could probably just walk over here with his Goliaths and take this out. If nothing else, this Vulture's going to make it a bit annoying to get this set up. Can 2 Vultures kill a Sunken before it finishes? Probably not. Oh, wow. Almost denied that, but not quite. I guess he's just going to sit back here.
But they can hide behind the mineral line here, and he's not going to be able to mine from here for a little while now.
Problem is, since he doesn't have a Hydra Den, you just make 1 Hydra. That problem's solved.
That is true. Very true.
Oh, Queen's coming up. Queen's coming up. And Broodling. Where's it being made? I see it being made. Is it being made over here? No way. Hang on. There's an egg somewhere. The first Queen is on the way. So, that's DeadInfested's answer to mech here. Very spicy. Gonna do that spawn Broodling strategy. It is very good for DeadInfested. He's got up into his Hive tech so fast here. I think a lot of lower tier players, you'll notice they tech quite slowly, but in this case, I think DeadInfested's done a really good job at just getting up on that quickly. Although, the problem with Queens is it takes some time to build up the energy, build up the Queens you need, and to get value over time. Sort of like Science Vessels, not exactly, but that sort of concept. So if Terran can just kill you before you get that value out of the Queens, you made a big investment. It's a lot harder to defend. And so far, Peanut Butter has conserved all his forces. He's getting a 3rd command center, though, and a starport coming up down here. So he's looking to play the long game, which I think plays into DeadInfested's hands a bit. A scan went down. I did not even see where it was. Don't suppose you did, Flying.
I did not see it, but we do have a little push here going towards 12. I'm not sure if he's just going to try and run up the ramp here or what, but I do think he'll bust this eventually, and it's just a matter of how Infested is going to react at this point.
He's been unfortunate. If he came here like 3 minutes ago, he would have killed this no problem. But now the defenses are here. These lurkers, oh, watch out. They're not going to get much done. Is there scan? Oh, doesn't need it. He does have scans too. So you know what? Never mind. I guess he let DeadInfested invest more into this. Now it's going to get taken out anyway. No Nidus here or anything. So yeah, that's the problem with this base right next to the Mech Terran. Instant kill if you find it, right?
Yeah, and right, it takes a long time for you to actually get over there and defend. Really, the only option was to go really towards the Terran Natural and try and contain or counterattack there. But Infested really not interested in defending that base and going to take 6 o'clock at this point to try and get something else going.
I mean, I think it's a fair move not to try and defend that. I don't think there's much you can do, especially without a Nidus there. The Father's not quite ready here, and Swarm Lurker is what he's relying on here. Problem is, if Zerg is going to go for this Queen strategy, you do need to be expanding a lot and basically just pulling ahead by getting value over time. And since he's only on 2 bases trying to get this 3rd, while Terran lands his 3rd CC, I think Terran's going to be in a really good position here. And if they keep up their macro, even with Broodlings going down, they're going to be able to just make enough, I think, to deal with Zerg. Now, that said, there's a big bank for Peanut Butter, but at the same time, DeadInfested not having made too many drones, especially versus mech, you really got to get that drone count. And he's still on 2 bases, like I mentioned. So, I think Terran at the current rate is looking really good. I like Peanut Butter's position a lot more here. Only +1 armor so far. Only 1 armory too.
Yeah, Terran definitely looking in a great position overall here, and especially once he starts mining this 3rd gas, it's just gonna really be tough for Zerg to do much in this game at all.
Now, we only have a single Queen. Broodling energy is ready, but only 1 Queen doesn't do much. Scan goes down, he sees the middle only. Very astute of him to scan that location, I never would have realized. But yeah, I want to see more Queens out of DeadInfested. They are relatively cheap. 100 gas, to be fair, but only 100 minerals, 100 gas. So I think you really need to get quite a swarm of Queens going to make this work. Now, he's coming up with these Lurkers, and Terran has not really moved forward, so if a Defiler comes over here as well, there's no way to stop this. At the moment, it's just the Lurkers, though, which may be a disaster. Oh, the tanks are not sieged or in range, though. Goliath's doing their best. No detection. Here we go. Scan. Oh, the Lings coming in too. These Lings have Adrenal. There's really not that much mech stuff here. They siege in the middle of the Lings running up to them. I think he's going to overwhelm this position just with the swarm here. Terran needs to lift this command center or he's going to lose it real fast. Oh my god.
Wow, Infested able to reinforce just quickly enough before Terran could get in position and able to bust this third very quickly here.
Lift! Oh, is he gonna do it? Barely lifts it. Oh no! Oh no! That
Bring the
command center is
queen.
not safe.
It's coming.
No, it flies right past.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna do it.
Back.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice. At the same time, he's hitting this natural, but I think he's going to lose a lot of stuff here. But honestly, having taken out that command center, I think Zerg's very happy with this. And his queen there still has full energy. Now, Zerg hasn't joined up the third. Ooh, Overlord's going down too. So he does need to regroup and build up here. He can't just keep making attacks only. Swarm going down, but there's no lurkers to go in there. And Lings are not really going to manage under tanks alone. And there's a lot of Lings, though. It's like DeadInfested suddenly just turned the Ling tap on. Here he comes. Okay, the Zergling's running out of the swarm, though. There's a lot of Zerglings, though.
He is jamming that Z key for sure. And, you know, 2 minutes ago, it looked like Zerg didn't have a chance in this game. And now with that attack,
yeah,
he is back in it. But you do make a great point. I mean, economically, Zerg really needs to
oh my god, here he comes
catch
again.
up here.
Dude, if he had one more swarm, he'd probably be killing him because none of these tanks are siege. Okay, they're starting to siege up. And yeah, there's enough Terran mech here, I think, to hold this Lings off. If Zerg regroups with a bunch of lurkers, though, and comes in with Swarm, I think this game would end. Get that queen over there.
He does have another Defiler there at the front.
Not for long. Oh, the vessel doesn't have energy or irradiate, so actually, yes, for long. That guy's going to be there a while. The vessel's just staring at him. Oh, run away, Defiler! Oh, those queens are so squishy too. Get that out of there. Oh, he's making the infested Terran, though. Oh, I don't think it's going to get a chance to do anything here. No, unfortunately, these mech units will probably just gun it down, but I appreciate the spirit there. If only he flew at home, you can land it and, you know, start making infested Terrans at home for later.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, is it going to finish?
Keep it.
No, I don't think it's even going to finish. Well, no. But hey, it's still a command center Terran doesn't have. A few drones got made, not really mining here. I would love to see a fourth base from Zerg here.
Yeah, I mean, taking this 6 was great, but you really need a third gas in DVT right as you go to the game to really hope to keep up with Terran on 2 or 3 gas themselves.
Mech,
so
I think versus mech you can manage on equal gas if you have a lot of mineral income and stuff, but he's not really mining from here that much.
That is true. For sure.
I mean, we saw how effective those Zerglings are. And my god, DeadInfested is just Zergling man right now. Hey, I just realized he's living up to his name because he infested a command center and now it's dead. Oh, here we go.
You know, it is pure Zergling.
Yeah.
The upgrades are good.
Oops. So far, so effective. Oh, nice D-Matrix, so that's a very strong tool here. 2-2 for the Zerg, but certainly 1-1 for the Terran. I mean, it's sort of a decent trade in terms of gas, but you do have to get minerals as Zerg as well. And it looks like he's going to lose this base. Where are the queens? Where are the lurkers? It looks like it's neither of those units. Ultralisk being morphed. You know, if Zerg had like 5 queens here, this would be no problem. He broodlings all the tanks and then the Lings clean up the rest. I think it would have been quite strong. Aurelian,
yeah.
these players I think are about 1,300 approximately, maybe below that. Again, you'd think I'd know, having casted for CPL for this long, but I really don't. Data can tell you. Data's in chat. Ooh, vessel coming in. Does it have energy? Oh, it does. That's really great. Radiates on Ultralisk do a lot. And these Ultralisk don't even have speed. They're going to have a very hard time getting in here. Chitin is just about to finish. Not the most impactful upgrade against mech, but it still helps. Oh, they're going in such a narrow choke point, though. And all these siege tanks, I think, are going to annihilate these Ultralisks. Oh, he's going round. Tanks getting so many free shots as they try and engage here.
Yeah, really not the best angle there for Zerg, and it looks like the rest of the army is getting cleared out here. 3 more Ultras coming toward the bridge.
Well, I mean, it is still a scary force for this little mech detachment to deal with. Look at that, just going straight for the counterattack again. Did his queen die? I didn't even see. I can't find it now. I would love to see that infested again.
You know, he does have +5 on the Ultras now, so they are pretty strong. We'll see if he can hold and do some damage here.
It is not the most impactful against siege tank shots, though. People pointing out Peanut Butter actually has 5,000 minerals as well, so I mean, does he really even need this third base? He's just banking up that money, and yeah, that counterattack going to be suicidal at the natural there. Does lift that third CC, but Zerg's still only on 2 bases. Oh, the queen is still alive. The hero queen, the matriarch, is still sitting back there, building up the energy. He's just playing StarCraft 2, you know, there's one queen sort of, you know, in command of the hatchery or whatever. Okay, Terran going to push forward towards the natural again here a bit.
The drone trying to sneak out to get another base off. It does get away there.
Oh, I didn't even see that. How did it get out? Like, Ultras and Lings coming
I don't
forward,
know.
and you know, Terran's a bit spread out here. This might do a lot of damage. The Ultras definitely do better with Lings to support them. I mean, he might actually clean this up. A lot of stuff coming forward suddenly. Trying to micro that tank backwards. Oh, there's so many Lings. I think Terran cleans this force up now.
Yeah, he kind of overstayed his welcome there without reinforcing, and just gets overwhelmed there.
Yeah,
He
Terran
has-
has so much money at home and also a lot of force. He's setting up these mines which will stop any Ultras dead in their tracks. Or maybe a Radiate will. So that is a very important defensive tool, and when all's said and done, Zerg's still only on 2 bases. That drone of yours that escaped got gunned down by a Goliath over here. So, no third base going to go down. He's trying again.
He may just take the inside one at this point if he realized what happened.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think versus Mech it's not as bad. Versus Bio you really want to be up here away on the cliff, but I think versus Mech it's sort of okay as long as you can deal with Vulture harassment, which is a big problem sometimes against Mech. Now, speaking of Vulture harassment, they're coming down looking for something. Nothing they've found yet. Is that +2 for Terran? No, +3 is almost finished for Terran. That's going to make it a lot harder, especially for these Ultralisks. A few Lings trying to absorb some mines, but they're mostly just absorbing tank shells. Man, that poor bunker hasn't had any Marines in it for like 12 minutes, but it's still just sitting there taking hits. Well, Vulture's coming in. Will they get that Defiler? They're not going to go for it, I don't think. Oh, nice Dark Swarm.
Nice mines.
Very nice Dark Swarm, though. That Defiler was like seconds away from death and just boom, threw it right down. Didn't even turn around. Ooh, nice micro of those Vultures there. Some die, but some pick off some Zerglings. I mean, Terran can really afford to trade. When you look at his bank here.
Oh yeah, the Terran bank is really the story of the game at this point. It's gonna be hard for him to just not stop producing army here. Although we have to mention there are only 4 factories at this point.
Well, that's probably why he has almost 6,000 minerals today. But he still does have a lot more units as well. That's the funny thing about this matchup, right? Both players on 2 bases pretty much the whole game. Terran with the 3rd now, but Terran's still thousands of minerals ahead. I guess Zerg has just traded so much more inefficiently as you tend to versus Mech, and this is why you really need to just keep taking more and more bases. Now, more Lings coming out. I think he's just trying to clear mines here, which I think is the right move, but unfortunately, the units are here to stop that. Oh, he's going to get the Defiler now. Round 2, let's go. Defiler pulls back. Nice irradiate. We don't have a snare for these vessels, do we? I want to see what this Queen's going to do, man. This Queen's the hero of this game. There we go, got a Goliath. Nice. No! Oh, she's doomed. It's all over for the Queen. And these Ultralists. Oh, that mine, come on!
Oh, mine!
Oh, it was stuck under that Vulture. Rip Queen. Oh, nice Scourge, gets a vessel. Drop underway, actually. And actually, finally, Ultralisk speed is also coming. Oh, but Terran's coming across here, and he can see this from the low ground. If you had a whole bunch of Queens, you could sort of deal with this, but this is the problem here. How is Zerg going to stop this? He's still got a handful of Ultra Ling, and nice Dark Swarm. Dark Swarm always helps. Here we go. The only time is Zerg... Sorry, you go.
We do have to save this 3rd here if we really want a chance to come back, and Terran getting in a great position here to start shelling away at it.
Well, here we go. There goes the Dark Swarm. Goliath's not going to do anything under that, but they can just walk backwards, I suppose. Oh, the mines. I mean, who do they really do more damage to? That's the question. Link's getting on top of this tank. Oh, there's a lot of Goliath Vulture there, though, to gun everything down. Even these Ultralists can't really stand up to it. They have to retreat under the Dark Swarm, and that one tank is still here, shelling the 3rd. Oh, Defiler. Oh, he's going to die. Oh, he's completely going to die. Wow, there was no chance. I don't know if Zerg has another one here. No, it doesn't seem they do. And all the money is drying up. So few drones mining. Zerg never able to expand beyond 2 bases. If this hatchery falls, I think that's all over. More Ultraling coming out. Gonna try and hit here. Coming in a bit disjointed. But with +3 Terran doing so much damage. Man, Ultras are beefy, but I don't think they're beefy enough for this. They get machine gunned down. GG.
Good.
Alright, it's going to give us 1 point for Peanut Butter there. After our first game. Alright, now to deal with these lag problems, I suggest we go into... I'll stream the game on Discord, and you just watch my stream, and we'll see if that improves things.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it. Yes, they probably did play in top versus bottom, and I thank anyone who plays in top versus bottom. It really helps us casters. Oh, DeadInfested. I'm trying to defend you here, DeadInfested. Why you gotta do that? Oh well. Alright, we're gonna jump into game 2 here, and see if DeadInfested can remember. I'm sure he can. I believe. Starting here, in the 12 o'clock, in the white, we have DeadInfested, and in the bottom left, in the red, we have PeanutButter, or MrPeanutButter, depending on who you ask. PeanutButter in the red for JinJin the Pandor Patrol, DeadInfested in the white for Notorious S.C.V. Currently, DeadInfested down 1 game. Can he bring it back? Look, because DeadInfested is in the chat, he's the hero. Sorry, PeanutButter. Should have been here, so he's the villain, the treacherous Terran mech. Can it be stopped? That's the question. It is best of 3, Aurelian. All matches best of 3. So there's still a chance. And DeadInfested is seizing this chance with both hands. He is not giving up without a fight. He is going for the 5 pull.
Bring it on.
You can see the stream okay, Flying?
It is lagging just a touch, but we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
Alrighty. Well, you can always follow along the radio version. PeanutButter doesn't look that familiar with the map. He's not sure where to go. Oh, looks like he's going to make a wall though, and you can make a link-proof wall here with only 2 buildings. Does he know the appropriate position to put these? Uh-oh, that is not correct. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Depot below is a crime here in CPL. Depot needs to be above the racks. Depot above fits like a glove. Depot below, the units will flow. The barracks is going to go here. It's going to be no good. Now, SCV going to come across. If he scouts it right away, possibly SCVs can still block the gap. A gap between the racks and the depot is not very big, but it's sort of hard to get the SCVs to sit in the right spot. Oh, but he's going straight across the map. I don't think he's going to be aware of this. Oh, there goes that barracks. Now, I have seen in other games, even though Terra doesn't have a link-proof wall, the Zerg doesn't realize and gets intimidated and doesn't even try to go into the lings. That could happen here. But I think DeadInfested, if he just attacks, if he commits to the attack, I think he should be able to kill PeanutButter here. It's going to be very hard to stop this.
It's as you pointed out, without the crack wall, it's quite tough.
I mean, it's not so bad if you're not in a wall and you can sort of sit in your base and make a bunker and stuff, but I mean, with this stuff, he's going to lose a depot at least for sure. Oh, look at that, he gets another depot, but that still doesn't block lings. They can still just come all the way in here, although it makes a very narrow channel they have to run in, which sort of helps.
You may see the lings, though.
Yeah, big deal. Does he realize? I mean, no reaction yet. He makes that Marine, like, instantly, though, so I think he knows. And he is positioning that SCV to block. Or, oh, there he goes. Yeah, I think he realizes. And DeadInfested went to the wrong base. His Overlord only just scouting now. Oh, the window may be closing. Very unfortunate here for DeadInfested. It looks like PeanutButter might actually be set here, but the Marine's on the wrong side of the wall. That's another issue here. Second barracks going up. But now he has 1 Marine inside, and he can sort of block this. As I was saying, the SCV is sort of hard to get in the right position, but it's he sort of has this nice L he can sit it in. SCV in his base, going to get hunted down. And DeadInfested is completely committed here. He's not making additional drones. He is just going with Zerglings. So if he cannot bust this, I don't know what he's going to do. A lot of links coming up here. Well, there is at least... Sorry?
There is at least no bunker. That's really the only plus for Zerg here. I mean, he's going to have to somehow get the SCV out of the gap, though.
What are those Marines even doing?
Oh my goodness.
Get the Marines. Get them! DeadInfested, get them! What are you doing, DeadInfested? Oh my god, I think he was trying to right-click in the main or something, and he's not engaging the Marines. I think it's a huge mistake. You have to kill these. Okay, finally goes in, and he's going to start to kill these. There's only 1 SCV blocking, but he does bring additional. Can he break through that SCV? Oh, he's not right-clicking on it.
Good SCV call.
Has to pull back. Oh, just be careful though, if that Marine comes out. Oh my gosh. Okay, he's going to hit that SCV. Oh my gosh. This is so, like, chaotic, trying to control this. And it looks like he's just trying to right-click into the base. Now he's trying to hit the SCVs. Now Marine pops out. Getting a lot of free Marine kills here.
Finally starts hitting the SCV now.
Oh, he's almost in. If he kills that 1 SCV, he's in here. But the Marines are in a great position. 3 Marines will gun down Lings pretty easily. Oh, another Marine pops on the outside, though. I mean, he's getting a few Marines, but he needs more than that. Still only 4 drones at home, and still not anything else. No hatchery, no drones. If Zerg doesn't find some way to transition out of this, I think it's all over.
Right, with 2 barracks in the command center done, I mean, Zerg needs to kill everything now.
He's even lifting this out. He's not even, like, staying inside. Man, imagine being the Marine whose job it is to spawn from this barracks.
Right into the throes of battle.
Alright, it's command center coming out here. Is he going to land it? That'd be too rude. He'd have to lift it again immediately. Surely he's not so brazen. No, he's not even going to let him. Well, it's all well and good, but if you're going to do something like this, you're going to need to actually have drones of your own. Look at that. Terran just comes out. It's like, alright, I got enough. I can do this. Unfortunately, Zerg's reinforcements just sitting at their base. If they all came, he actually probably could have killed him there. It's a very bold move. But now, he's killed half the Lings. The other half are here. Oh, it's a lot of Lings, though. Is this actually going to work? Oh my god. He actually kills them all. Are you kidding me? But somehow the supply of Zerglings has dried up. I'm not sure what Zerg's producing here. Just banking a lot, mining gas, not producing anything at all. So there's no reinforcements. As much as damage as that did, there's still only 6 Lings here and nothing else coming. And looks like Terran is going to clean it up with those extra Marines. Oh, or is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to hit
We
that
really
hatchery
needed a
up.
reinforce.
Oh, okay, this is the plan. I don't know how many lurkers you're going to be able to afford with this. I don't think you're even going to have lurker aspect, like money for lurker aspect when the layer's done. So he's going for the real Hail Mary. He's going to have like 1 lurker at like 7 minutes or something like that. Not even, more like 8 minutes because this game has been delayed with full pull so much. So I admire the spirit of not giving up, but damn, it's going to be hard to afford lurker aspect. Yeah, 3 drones we're down to. That's right. He did have a lot of minerals banked up, but he had to spend them on the lair and the Hydrodem. And Terran just sitting back here, getting his bunker. And you know, if Terran doesn't get Academy, he just stays defensive, doesn't make any attack. Okay, there's that Academy. Thing is, he might not have, what do you call it? Detection in time. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the choice of going lurker here. It is kind of like your one play, right? Just hope they don't have detection at that point for whatever reason. Give it one last fight. So
problem is, I think he needed to make a couple more drones when he had the chance. I think he said,
oh, for sure,
because there's a lot of minerals banked up and nothing making for quite a while. So yeah, it makes it a lot harder. Now he has afforded lurker aspect faster than I would have thought. Now he has to get 125 for the lurker itself, which is actually quite a task of only 3 drones. I hope those were all on the best patches, because that's all he's got. Alright, Academy finishes. He's going to get comp stats right away. And the limited gas for the Terran here. If he goes straight into Stim and Medics, well, you know what? If Terran comes across with Stim and Medics and there's only a single lurker, it might not even matter. I think Terran could probably kill him anyway. Just walk over the lurker if it's only 1.
right, with medics, yeah, 1 lurker isn't going to do too
Oh, another
much.
drone got made. We need to see a Hydra coming out, though, so we can get ready to morph. And he needs more gas. No gas being mined for the Zerg. Not sure what he thinks he's going to make this lurker out of. Terran producing like 7 things at once. The only thing Zerg's producing is lurker aspect. Oh, scan goes down. Oops, wrong player. Oh, and he just leaves the game immediately. His plan is spotted. GG.
I can respect that GG timing for sure.
Alright, that makes it a 2-0 for Peanut Butter. Yeah, I think he didn't really have much going for him there. I mean, who knows? Maybe the scan isn't even related. He sort of just reevaluated. He's like, oh, what am I doing? I've got 3 drones. I can't even afford my Hydra. I'm just going to call it, which is fair. I think he was definitely dead. But you got to admire the attempt to take him out with the 5-4. If we went the right direction, I think 100% he would have won the game. But unfortunately, did not find his opponent right away. And so Terran was able to hold.
Yeah, that missed scout was killer for sure. Nice games.
That's a whole point for JinJin Pandor Patrol. We're going to jump into our next series, Ginger vs Redmond. Just realized I've got to host it. I'm sitting here looking at the map and I click OK. I'm like, why didn't the game start? I realized I've got to actually host the game. Alright, in the 12 o'clock in the magenta. Oh, I pressed up instead of remove the units. We have Ginger. And in the bottom right, in the red, we have Redmond. I'm glad he's red, living up to his name. Didn't mean to cut him off. Will they cut him off in this game? We have Ginger here for Notorious S.C.V. and Redmond for JinJin. The Pandor Patrol is up 1 series so far here in Tier 3. So TVP now here on Silphid.
Yeah, I don't know how much I'll have to say about this matchup.
Well, it's better than what we usually do when we have 2 Terran players in and we just, cast ZVZs all day or something. So, we gotta have some diversity of perspectives here. Now, look at that pylon. That's an early pylon. It is a thing. You can get 8 gateway, but it's usually not in your base. So we'll see what happens. And in fact, it's usually not against Terran that I'm thinking of. Terran's sitting out his depot. I want to see some good SimCity here. If you invest a bit of time, if you're just learning Terran, it can make a huge difference to your early game against Protoss, because you've got to defend those Zealots. And if Protoss does not make any Zealots, I'm not going to be very happy at all, because he's getting this pylon so early. Oh, he gets a second pylon. Alright, so I don't think JinJin here has a very refined build order. We'll see what Redmond's bringing to the table. But I expect Redmond, so far, it's looking good with that depot and the mineral boosting place. They're probably going to be able to pull ahead, and there's that SimCity as well. So I'm liking how Redmond's playing so far. Ginger, I don't think, has much of a solid plan here. We'll see what comes next. They've seen the gateway. Third pylon. Pylons aplenty are going down right now here.
We are definitely not getting supply block this game.
That is true. Maybe the last game he played, there was like some horrendous supply block, and this is just PTSD.
Could be.
There's the gateway. I thought for a second it was a 4th pylon just because of the way Pro put it down. There we go.
Alright.
Aurelian says he's doing gas steal on this map. Yeah, anytime you can do gas steal. That's what I do on 4-player maps even. I send Pylon Scout, because if you get there, it's pretty annoying for Terran. I will say that's what I do is if I play Protoss. I barely ever play Protoss, but if I do... Alright, Terran getting down that factory at a very respectable timing here. Really solid build order coming out of Redmond for Tier 3 here. And I think, he's really prepared for this game a lot more, it looks like. 2 more pylons coming down for Ginger. Supply blocks will not happen. That much is guaranteed. No Zealots coming out right now, so Terran not going to be getting under any pressure here. Oh, I say that. As soon as I say that, he starts the Zealot. Boom. Here it comes. Now,
Here
Terran...
we go.
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Terran doesn't have that many Marines yet, but he is already building them. It's taken a while for the Zealot to come across the base. And this depot SimCity is very strong here. So I don't think the Zealot's going to get too much done, but you never know. It depends how strong Redmond's micro is. No Cybercore or gas coming up yet. Second gateway, though. And, it is a thing sometimes. You just make 2 gateways. You play like the AI and just make a whole bunch of Zealots and attack, and it sometimes does work.
Surprisingly strong.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, Vulture's coming out real fast here, though. I think Redmond, I don't know if he realizes his opponent doesn't have gas, but either way, Vulture's definitely going to be the correct unit here. Going to get that bunker too. Going to have all the anti-Zealot accessories, but he's got 3 gateways here to pump Zealots and no gas. So there's going to be no way to deal with Vultures once their numbers start to build up. Now, first Vulture's out. I guess we'll see how well he can micro it. Or not at all. Okay, bye. See ya, Zealot, I guess. Problem with this is the Zealot can just run past this bunker, and it's going to be kind of annoying to deal with. Is he going to get in the bunker? A Zealot will kill 3 Marines if they don't have any help. Okay, there you go. He's gonna run right past, which I think is the right move, because now you've got a Zealot in your base you've got to deal with. The Vulture is just AFK. He's not helping at all. Ooh. Zealot tries to leave, though. Loses his nerve. That guy is not giving his life for Aya today, that's for sure.
Very interesting that he would run back out.
Well, he had taken a lot of damage. I think 100% if it stays in there, you lose it. But you got to question, is it worth it trading it for some SCVs? And I think most of the time it is. Alright, this Vulture for Redmond finally going to come in here. Sees only Zealots in the way. Not game to try and micro it, though. Maybe he's not really confident with his patrol micro. He doesn't really want to get in that fight, because the Zealots can potentially catch you. Solid defense from both sides. He's free traded too. Both sides just defending their main. Well, actually, I say that. But Terran is expanding here. Finally, a gas goes down for Protoss. All these Zealots are going to be a bit of a dead weight until you can get Zealot speed here, because once Terran gets a good number of mech units, those Zealots really are just really terrible units.
Yeah, Redmond does seem content here.
Well, he's going to be way ahead here with 2 bases. Jinja's done a good job making probes here. A lot of the time you see players without a specific build order, workers fall on the wayside, but he's done a decent job until now. Of course, when I say that, the Nexus is idle, but I swear, before he was doing a good job there. It's definitely kept up in the mining so far, but now Redmond's going to pull ahead with this expansion, especially if he produces SCVs from both at once. The Zealots are on the way, though. We have the AI-style attack coming out with the mass Zealots. Uh-oh. Yeah, how did that mine go off? That mine was as lazy as the Vulture that planted it. Look, if there's any unit in the game that's going to say, like, that's not my job, it's definitely the Vulture. Oh my god. Is this actually just going to kill him, though? I mean, hang on a second. What does Terran have? He has 2 tanks, which are not really that good here. Some Marines in a bunker, which is decent. But I mean, unless he gets the repair, these Zealots will annihilate that bunker. Dude.
Yeah, we are not prepared for this.
Who is ever prepared for this? Honestly. All the repairs going down, though. It looks like it's barely enough for the Zealots get distracted by the tanks. If all the Zealots had right-clicked on the bunker, he would have taken it out. But now the bunker is going to hold, and these tanks are marking this down. Takes that 1 tank, though. Still good damage going down. Not targeting any SCVs. That 1 tank doing his best, but 1 tank does not do much damage versus Zealots. Oh, he does take it out too. So these Zealots in the base are going to continue to do damage. Oh. Okay, these SCVs sort of getting in there. But, well, actually SCV's a pretty good unit. They can sort of just deal with these Zealots, it turns out. Wow, I'm amazed how few SCVs they killed. SCV's so strong, man. He does finish it off. But Protoss actually ahead on workers right now, and the second wave is incoming, by the way. It's not over. Yeah,
without any mines prepared, it's gonna be really annoying to stop these continued Zealot waves, even though they're slow Zealots.
Is Siege Mode even good for Terran here? I'm not even convinced, because it's sort of just hitting the bunker, and any SCVs come, oh, he's going to get the bunker this time too, and that's the main point of defense for Terran now. There's nothing between these Zealots and all the units they want to kill getting to work on these SCVs, and once again I question, is Siege Mode even really good for Terran here? It's sort of just hurting the SCVs more. Oh, here we go, Vulture comes out. That's the unit you need against this. Oh, Zealots getting on top of tanks though, but there's only 1 left. He's about to get taken out here. So again, he kills a bunch of SCVs, but not that many military units. Still ahead on workers here. Cybercore is coming up. If the next wave continues to do damage, Protoss might actually be able to keep this going if the next wave after that is Dragoons. But he does need to move out. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you know, your slow Zealots need to attack 8 minutes into the TVP. You can't sit home with this. But it looks like maybe he's been intimidated into staying home, which I think is a big mistake.
Right, the longer the game goes on, the less value those Zealots have, for sure.
Absolutely.
But it is reassuring that he's moving up on his tech tree there. Core is finishing, so we'll see what the follow-up is exactly from Protoss.
Okay, and he gets that turret because, of course, anytime Protoss is doing something that doesn't work, you expect the DT follow-up. Oh my god, the mine finally gets some damage on. Pretty good damage on those Zealots, actually. No mines got laid defensively at home. Again, these Vultures are just like, ain't my job. You know, I go out there on the map, I look for Protoss expansions. I don't defend the base, screw you. And now we're back to siege tanks again, which once again is like, are they even good here? They're just going to blow up all the SCVs trying to help. What he really needed was a bunch of mines here and Vultures as well. That's so many more Zealots, by the way. This is the biggest wave yet. Oh my god, here we go. Is he going to pull for the repair? Oh, not so far. Looks like this bunker's going to get taken out. Yeah, no way the repair's going down there. Ooh, mine's going down. Zealots pick it off though. They are pretty good at that. A lot of SCVs getting taken out here as well. Oh, Zealots going to get on top of the tanks as well. Protossy's doing pretty good damage here. Well, nice micro though, keeping those tanks alive. Very nice from Redmond. But a lot of damage got done. Once again, Protoss ahead in workers. If Protoss can take an expansion and go into goons from here, he's actually going to be in a pretty good position. Well, let's see if he can get another worker. He really wants it. Nice. Okay, does take out that Zealot. And here we go, the Dragoons are coming up. +1 weapons is done, +1 armor on the way. No Dragoon range though, so Dragoon's going to have a hard time being effective. But I don't know, with the way the Speed Zealots have been doing work, if the Goons just kind of get in behind them, it'll probably be enough. Looks like a Nexus is going to go down as well. Well, let's see. I hope a Nexus is going to go down. There it goes. Okay, so I mean, despite a very weird opening, Protoss is really just focused on the macro here, and I think it's been very successful. Even though he's been so inefficient with these slow Zealots, he's got himself in a decent position with a good worker count. Now, Terran is already finished with this CC while Protoss is just building the Nexus, so he's going to pull a bit ahead here, I think. But Protoss still in this game for sure. Does need to tech up into those other units, though, like Observers, and eventually he's going to need something like Arbiters or Carriers, because Terran in the later game will just be stronger here. But so far, Terran hasn't really made much progress either, being too worried about these attacks. Does he have +1? He does have +1, though. But only 2 factories, no third base or anything.
Yeah, if Terran manages to constantly produce SCVs here, he should be able to keep
You say that, but
somewhat of an advantage. But you know, I think you made a good point during some of those attacks. Just staying unsieged would have been pretty helpful. But you know, and we can just completely wall off too if we keep having Zealots attack. But
you can't completely wall this neutral, unfortunately. On the left, those rocks will stop you, but the next wave is coming. There's a lot more tanks this time, though. This might be enough tanks to just repel anything, it looks like. And it's very smart that he's positioned so many in the back, knowing what his opponent's about at this point. And Protoss still just trying to get in there. If he can, like, walk through this choke... Oh, I don't know. That's so many tanks, though.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes how many tanks are in the main.
That barracks was so low, though. I'm kind of surprised. Oh, these goons are going to be useless. Honestly, maybe making goons wasn't worth it after all, because they're just going to get annihilated. Once again, though, pushing these SCVs off, but loses his entire army. And I mean, I question now if Terran could maybe just counterattack, but Protoss has gotten up onto his second base during this. I still don't see any Dragoon range. Oh no. No, don't do it, Dragoons. Well, another SCV falls. I don't know, man. Every SCV that falls, I'm gaining hope in JinJin here. If he can get a third base, which is going to be tough with these mines, if he can get a third base, finally get like Dragoon range and Observers and stuff, and Zealot speed, I think he's going to be ahead. But can he get a third base? Science facility coming down.
Yeah. And you know, you suggested just countering for Terran now, and I think that is the move.
Yeah. Because Protoss has enough gates, he will build up again soon, but at the moment, since he just sacrificed so much, I mean, how are you going to stop these like 8 tanks with 7 Dragoons? That is not maths that favors the Protoss. Okay, it's only 7 tanks, but still. Not just coming across here. The harassment. These Dragoons could help. They're just sitting there. Here they come. Yeah, not going to do too much damage there, but every probe counts, I suppose, and these vultures had laid their mines, I believe. I really wish JinJin would get Dragoon range. Anyone who's on JinJin's team, please tell him to get Dragoon range. It's very important. Dragoons without range are just a sad unit. Okay, here comes Terran. Looks like he's ready. A shuttle coming out, and that's going to be a very strong unit to drop Zealots on here. Plasma Shield's coming. Protoss determined not to take up and get a Templar Archive, so he's getting any upgrade he can. I mean, 1-1 is quite good, actually, on the Zealot Dragoon. But I just wonder if Zealot speed would be more effective investment here than Plasma Shields, because I don't know if Plasma Shield's really that impactful. Now, it looks like Terran's not going to actually push across. Looks like he's just going to prepare himself for a third base here. And Protoss desperately needs a third, and maybe even a fourth if he can't continue the attack. Because I think 1 base ahead of Terran is sort of okay, but you really want more. Will Terran go 3rd CC? Wait, is that a 3rd CC? What is this? That is the 3rd CC. I'm dumb as hell. So many probes at this natural, because the main is basically mined out. Not looking for a third base yet either. Goon's finally moving out. I don't see an observatory. Looks like the shuttle, the robot was just for shuttles. Interestingly.
Yeah, we don't believe in observers, but, you know, shuttle with Zealots,
oh no,
very strong.
This is going to be a Dragoon massacre if he comes in here. He needs to retreat immediately. This is going to be a disaster.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Well, he might get 1 tank. There you go, he gets 1 tank, now all the rest of these goons will die. Oh dear. Yeah, at this point when Terran has this much stuff, the just making basic gateway units with no upgrades is not going to work out. Complete disaster for the Protoss army there. There was another wave, but it's coming so disjointed, it's just going to be free money for the Terran if it engages the tanks. The Vultures are coming forward to their deaths though. Well, this could be very good for Protoss, but hang on. They're just running right past. The probes are undefended here. Well, there are a few goons around actually, so this probably won't be too bad for Protoss. Love to see him place a mine there. But looks like the Vulture's just going to try and kill that goon and get taken out. Yeah, and so he does clean that up. So that kind of evens out the trade a lot, to be honest, because he lost like 10, 12 Vultures or something like that. Still not really impressive favor. No Observers still going to run right into these mines. Still no goon range. Wow, I can't believe he took out that mine. Oh, the CC in a lot of danger here. He's pushing forward. Oh, that's so many mines, though. You can't get through that. Oh, no. Well, that Zealot absorbed them. What a hero. I can't believe that Zealot did that much. But so many tanks here, it's going to annihilate these Dragoons. Wow, for one moment there, I thought JinJin was actually going to retreat from an attack, but turns out it was just Dragoon pathing. Still no third base. I mean, if there's no third base ever, I don't think Protoss can win this. I mean, I think we're at the point where there's no way he's going to break him just on 2 bases. He needs to get that third Nexus and a 4th Nexus, probably. Plus one Plasma Shield is finished.
Especially how the early game went with staying on 1 base for so long. We needed our 3rd and 4th to be faster than usual since, as you mentioned earlier, the main was already mined out very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the problem here. He's really just mining on 1 base. Vulture's coming out here. If they can lay a bunch of mines, that will basically end the game because JinJin has no observers and he doesn't really seem to me like someone who's willing to get observers. So if you just put like 20 mines here, I think the game is over. Let's see. Instead, they're just, you know, barely outside of each other's vision. Don't go in, harass. Okay, there you go. He puts the mines down. In fact, he's pushing as well. And even that many mines alone can be very hard to deal with without even Zealot speed here. Okay. Here we go. Well, slow Zealots do the job. Never mind what I was saying. They just absorb it. And Protoss actually has enough to clean this up here with all these Zealots. Wow, Terran actually going to get pushed back. I guess that's the thing. If you never make any Nexuses, you get a lot more money for Zealots. And so he cleans that up. A bit unfortunate mine placement with the Vultures all sitting on top of it there for Terran. And he could have laid a lot more mines as well, I will say. Alright, well, he's going to come up and try and defend this 3rd. And I mean, Protoss only sent like 3 units or 4 units, so I think he'll be able to keep it though. You know, and hopefully JinJin will realize seeing this that the time for your own base has already come and gone, so you need to expand like yesterday, seeing that Terran has one. Or maybe he's just going to continue the attack. Slow Zealots continue to come across. Check the shuttle at Terran Natural. I don't think there's anything in it, dude. It's just hanging. It's just chilling. I don't think it ever had anything in it. Alright, here comes the next wave. Redmond has been playing tower defense this whole game and it's not stopping. Oh, mines are nobody's friend, man. They just kill everybody. Oh, he pulls back when, you know, I think this time he actually could have stayed. Once again, a few
That was the time.
You know, I imagine what happened here is JinJin was told, like, just make probes, and he took that lesson to heart. He's done a good job of that, but there are other steps you need as well. You need Nexuses for them to mine at. Honestly, even without Zealot speed, without green range, without observers, if Protoss had 4 bases, he would still win this game. Just moving in the slow Zealots, unranged Dragoons. The only thing that's missing is the expanding, really. Alright, here we go. A probe coming out finally. Or is it? Man, he's still producing probes, only mining from this 1 base. This must be the most saturated base ever. Although it doesn't even... I guess those probes are all stacked, because you can see how dark they are. Terran upgrades now. Terran on 2-1. Yeah, people saying a couple basic changes, so suddenly JinJin is 3 times as good. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, if JinJin gets like their upgrades and stuff, I don't think many people in Tier 3 are going to be able to stand up to them, because the macro honestly is impressive, even though on so few bases. You know, kept the money down so effectively here, and the pro production was very good. But yeah, like I was saying, if Protoss is on 4 bases, they could be being just as inefficient with unupgraded units. Okay, Terran getting set up here. Ooh, he needs to siege up. These mines are not really in a very helpful position either, but there are a lot of vultures to deal with the tanks now. I'm sorry, to deal with the zealots. Is it enough? Looks like Terran's going to chew through all the Protoss units this time. Yeah, that might be the end of the game here. Finally, Terran gets the force he needs together. Cannon going down there. Can we look at Redmond's sim? Yeah, it was pretty good. I won't look right now, though. I can look after the game ends. These probes, there's so many of them, they're decompressing. Oh, please, Siege, I want to see it. Siege mode, come on. Ah, he's not going to do it. Still, though, a lot of probes getting gunned down here. So finally, Redmond has defended 100 attacks, and now he's ready to come across and finish the game here. Just blowing up everything. A few more zealots are coming out, but I mean, as soon as it's taken out, that's all of the mining for JinJin. GG, JinJin leaves the game. And as per Zex's request, let's check out the base. Reasonably well organized. I don't really like this, but he had the proper anti-zealot as well. So I mean, Redmond played solidly. I just don't think his you know, macro was quite as good. Alright, so that is 1 point for Redmond. Let me add it to the scoreboard. Alright, we're going to jump into game 2 here for Redmond versus Ginger. In the 12 o'clock, in the red, we have Redmond. Again, I love that he's picking red, it fits his name. And the bottom left, in the green, we have Ginger. Currently Redmond up 1 game in this best of 3 for JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. Ginger here fighting for Notorious S.C.V. Can he get a game with his, well, I'm not going to mince words, extremely basic strats? Not that it's ineffective in StarCraft, just focus on mechanics, but I think you at least need to keep expanding. Yes, we're casting Tier 2 after this. I'm not showing the Tier 2 games yet. Once we're done with Tier 3, we'll put up the Tier 2, I guess scoreboard's the word. Matchups, that's the one. It's in the announcement in the CPL Discord if you want to check out what the games are going to be. It's going to be the same teams, JinJin and Pandor Patrol versus Notorious S.C.V, just the Tier 2 section. I suppose it's as good a time as any to mention that we're not casting all the games because I have some missing replays. And I can only assume, I can only hope that that's because those are walkovers. If anyone is playing their CPL games and not uploading your replays, I'm very disappointed in you. It's your responsibility after every game, go to the CPL web app, report your scores, and upload the replays. That's what allows us to do these casts. It's a very important part of CPL. So again, I give these players the benefit of the doubt, and I imagine the matches with no replays weren't actually played. They were walkovers, which is common. Here we go. Ginger, it is the second pylon. Are we going to have the 4 pylon versus gateway build again? Flying, what do you reckon?
I would hope we would see less pylons, but, you know.
That may be a full-on hope.
It did work out relatively well last game.
Yeah, actually, Ginger was surprisingly close to winning with basic results. Yeah. Once again, we have a good SimCity coming up here. Not going for the wall-off, which, you know, I'm kind of surprised. Given what we saw last game, I think a wall-off would be very strong. And look at that, Gateway is so much faster this game. Really going to get into it a lot quicker now. And this is a lot more threatening, I think, for Redmond. Got us stuck with pylons for late game. Well, he didn't really make it to late game, though.
I am interested to see how Redmond adjusts because, you know, saw Zealots for the first 10 minutes of the game, basically, so getting some mines out there on the map would be a great idea, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all I think he needed to do. It's just every vulture he makes, lay all its mines on the path to his base, and he would have won way faster, for sure. And I think in general, just turtling up his natural will be very effective. If Ginger pursues the same strategy, who knows? Ginger might be capable of more than we've seen so far. And look at this. His scout going to come in pretty fast. 3rd pylon coming down. Wait, no, sorry. 3rd pylon, he says. 4th pylon coming down. Never be too sure. Supply blocking is pretty bad. Alright, SCV, I think he sees 4 pylons, no gas, and he's like, okay, I don't really need to scout anything else here. He knows it's going to be the same thing. 2nd gateway is on the way already. I assume we're going to see a 3rd and a 4th fairly quickly. And we'll see, yeah, does he go straight into vultures and mines? I think that'd be the strongest thing. He did get a vulture first last game. CPL Least Supply Block Player Award. Yeah, give Ginger that award. That is pretty good. Alright, here we go. He comes across that SCV is just idling. Uh-oh, run away. Very scary Zealot. I guess if nothing else, that SCV confirms the Zealot is coming now, which is quite handy. Oh my god, he lifted the barracks? Are you serious? No bunker down. This looks very scary for Terran here. Without the barracks to provide the SimCity. Then again, a Vulture should be out in time, so maybe I'm freaking out over nothing. Here he comes. No, Vulture can't make up its mind. Zealot can't make up its mind either. Both players just going back and forth. He turns home. Only 3 gates here. There it is. I knew it was coming, the 4th gate. If you make goons later, I don't know if they can fit through here. In fact, I think he just built a Dragoon prison, but that's alright, because he has no gas. No goons are coming anytime soon.
Is this 5 gates?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, I say he has no gas. He took gas? When did that happen? No cyber, no even forge for his signature +1 here. What are we seeing out of Ginger?
think we're seeing zealots.
That's for sure. There's no doubt of that. No mines. Siege mode coming up here. I see already got mines I didn't see. No, he's not that swift. This Vulture's still going to be able to harass a lot with only zealots. I mean, you can easily block the choke, and the zealots have so much HP you can't really get through them, but he can still do a lot of damage with just a single Vulture if he wants to. You know what the funny thing is? JinJin's supply blocked right now even after making all those pylons, so you can't blame him, can you? You can't blame him for making so many when it still happens. I mean, pumping 5-gate zealot's going to chew up that supply real fast.
Absolutely.
Here comes the first wave. Oh, but did he not even scout? Oh, I don't think he scouted at all. I just realized.
Yeah, that first Vulture probably needed to go get some information, right?
Oh, no, I mean, Terran S.C.V scouted. I mean the Protoss, because he's sending these zealots to who knows where.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't think he probe scouted at all. I slipped my notice, because I guess I was looking at Terran base, but I don't believe he scouted at all. This is his scout, the football team of zealots, looking for what they can. And now he gets over here and realizes there's no base. It's like, oh, what are we doing? Still no cyber, as Protoss continues to bank up gas here.
This could all be intentional, and this is just like a hit squad for later
The
in the game.
backstab? I mean, it sort of works, right? If Terran moves out,
once
he
he
sort of
gets
runs in.
zealot speed.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's not going to research zealot speed. Not because he's not going to have time or anything. I just don't think JinJin wants to get involved in that. I think he's made his choice. No range, no zealot speed, no observers. I don't think it's happening. All the mines are going down too now. And this may be doom for the Protoss already. A lot of zealots building up.
I think so.
Well. Yeah, I mean, he does need to lay them more centrally in the natural, I think, because there's 2 potential paths here, but any mines that hit it can do huge damage to these clumped up slow zealots. I'm just wondering when JinJin pulls the trigger, is he going to build up like 100 slow zealots and attack? I want to see that, honestly. JinJin could A-move right now. Could he, though? I mean, the mines will do a lot, and like, this is a decent defensive setup. It's not the greatest, but it's decent. I don't think he could, man. I think if he A-moved now, he would get slaughtered. Don't overestimate slow zealots. They're kind of trash units after the very early game. Obviously, you know, you're running around chasing Marines or whatever, they seem strong, but once there's a few mech units out, they become pretty bad. And here come the Vultures. Let's see what Micro Redman can pull off here. Ooh, Nexus going down way faster this game, though. I like that a lot. JinJin definitely getting an expansion a lot faster. All these Vultures need to run away! No! Run! Oh! Ooh, here we go. Starting the Micro. Again, he pulls back. And look, I think it's a fair move if you're not confident that you can patrol against that. I think it's fine, just preserve the Vulture. I approve of pulling that back. So many zealots here.
Oh, for sure. I think more importantly, he's just confirmed the army composition there and sees the pure zealot again. So I think he'll be able to defend a lot more comfortably this game, having that knowledge so far in advance.
Yeah, and I think already with all these mines, right, like you even mentioned, that's the adaptation where he's going, oh, well, what was happening last game? What if I just get mines? What's he going to do then? And I guess we're going to see what he's going to do. I mean, like I said, did have the Nexus faster? If Protoss expands to a 3rd and 4th, he's going to be quite fearsome here, because the macro has been decent, even if the build order is not very well planned. Now, no transfer yet, but he's getting that. Well, he's not using the 2nd Nexus yet. Maybe he didn't realize it finished. The Goons are coming out. Oh no, he is using the Dragoon Prison. Oh no. Oh no. It's about to pop. He's trapped. He's dancing for the rest of the game. This is like the turret punishment for Terrans, but this is the Protoss equivalent.
You're a canon now, buddy.
If you're a zealot and you commit some crime in your zealot life, you get sent to be this guy and you have to dance for the entertainment of everyone else.
Oh man.
Oh, he's got a buddy. Yeah, the good news, says Champion, is after 4 Dragoons are in prison, the rest will be free. I think you can fit 5 if they go to the right here. Guess we'll see. Or only 3 if they go to the left. Honestly, this is fascinating, like seeing how this saga plays out. Oh, looks like they're getting another buddy. Well, hang on, is this gateway producing a Dragoon? No, it's not. So not yet. Yeah, they're together in their imprisonment. Now, Terran's scanning again. Being very diligent, seeing what's going on, checking there's no actual tech coming up, which there isn't yet. This is a pretty big army, to be fair. Like, dang. For a guy who opened with, like, 3 pylons, this is a big army. Dude, Ginger, once he gets a proper build, he's going to be a beast. This is actually terrifying. Because he's playing with 60 APM here and macroing all this stuff up. I think he has a lot of potential here. Now, +1 air weapons coming up here. Is he going to make carriers? Carriers definitely suit this playstyle if you can live long enough to get them out, but we have no Stargates still. And 2 bases is not really going to be enough here with all this ground force investment. Oh, the 3rd Dragoon's in prison, by the way. Okay, Terran getting those mines out, setting up for a 3rd base. Interesting that Ginger didn't try and do these attacks all game, when I'd say they were reasonably successful last game. Every time Ginger gets supply block, that's just 2 more pylons he's going to make next game, you see. That's that vicious cycle. Oh my god, this mine. Do you see this mine flying? This is not okay.
That's not the placement we're looking for, I guess.
1 more goon, come on. Finish the prison. Look at this guy. That poor bastard. Oh, the Zealot comes in to say hi. I guess he comes in there to taunt him. Oh, by the way, an attack finally coming up here. Looks like he's going around the low ground. I mean, these tanks are not that well protected. This is a lot of Zealots. Slow though they are. Okay, the Vultures come up here now. They're going to try and defend the tanks. Units coming in from all sides, but getting held up on the low ground by a few Vultures here. Zealots still somehow getting on top here. I can't believe that mine didn't go off. Actually takes out a couple tanks. A lot of his forces still active, but they're not all being microed. Only a handful going up to hit this 3rd. Looks like Terran's going to be able to hold this position. Oh, here we go. He comes up now that a couple of tanks are unsieged. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now he's getting in there. He's doing a lot of damage. Killed quite a few tanks, but I think Terran cleans it up. And the problem is Ginger's only on 2 bases here. If Ginger was on 3 bases here, 8 gates, and he just immediately comes in with the next wave, I think that looked pretty strong. But as it is, I think Terran will be able to stabilize. Terran seems to have adapted and just chosen a strong defensive position. Once again, the Vultures, though, running out to their deaths after the fight. Now, there may be just enough here. I don't know. Wait, did he get Dragoon range? No, I don't think he did. No, he certainly didn't. There's Gateway Man, there's Gateway Boy. Yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah, these goons are going to get taken out for sure. Alright, we're now Terran secure on this 3rd base, and Protest only on 2. The 4th goon has joined the Dragoon prison. It's full. No more capacity. They're going to have to start, you know, giving out parole if another Dragoon gets put in there. So, that's done. Terran here with only +1. Double upgrades though, very nice. Scans continue. We have a dropship coming out, by the way, which I question that when Protoss is only on 2 bases. Even if you kill the probes, he's still going to be oversaturated. Well, he didn't make as many probes this game, actually, so maybe not. Still, though, when your opponent's powering, I don't think drops make very much sense.
Right, without them having a 3rd vessel is much more valuable at that point in the game, right?
Yeah. Well, because the thing is, when you do a drop, you're sacrificing economy. Sorry, you're sacrificing army for an economy advantage, right? But he's already in an economic lead. He just needs to hold the attacks. So I don't know if a drop is the right choice here. It could still be very cost effective though. There's so many things Fridge rated that would boost Ginger's power level 100%. That's why it's scary. There's a lot of potential here. Like a few pointers and Ginger's going to be like crushing tier 1s or something, man. I'm terrified. Alright, the drop's coming out with 4 Vultures at the same time, Terran pushing across the map, and we've transitioned into mostly Dragoons here, but still no range, no observers. Here comes the drop. Is he going to unload it? Once again, Vultures suicide charging in. Oh my god, I can't believe they got to that spot. If there were less Dragoons here, that would be really annoying, but there's so many Dragoons. But at the same time, in the main, it was all a distraction. This is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, so many probes getting wiped out. Ginger does react and send a couple goons back, but did not pull any probes. Or are those goons just wandering around trying to get out of the base? Never mind. They're not actually being commanded. They're actually just trying to escape from this maze that is being constructed. Right, the fight's happening in the middle of the map. A lot of vultures to back up these tanks. And it is mostly goons. A lot of them just bypassing this army. Does clean up all of that though. Goons coming in here to this third. The vultures are still there. Finally, some goons are trying to kill this gateway. I'm not sure if that gateway is the one that's really blocking. At the same time, the Protoss counterattacks get annihilated. Why this gateway? Okay, finally a couple of goons are going to come and clean this up. But a lot of probes were killed, down to only 32 probes. You know, since he's about to mine out his main, maybe not be that much of an issue. But if he was going to take a third, it would be a big blow. Okay. I didn't even realize there were still units here. I thought they already all got killed. But Terran was still a fearsome army, and Protoss with a lot of non-range goons, 4 of which are still stuck. I don't think he's going to be able to stop the next attack. I think the next attack's going to run him over. Oh, and the drop is happening again. Uh-oh. Tanks caught on their own, though. No support. This is huge. Protoss is going to pick off a few tanks here. Uh-oh. Well, not microing those goons, though. Lets them aim move into the vultures. So only gets 2 tanks for his trouble. Wow, okay, those poor goons. Never mind. Why are there 6 tanks here for this one counter-attacking goon? That's just so unfair. The goon maze, I call it. It's like, you know, you want to go to the spa, so you drop off the goons to, you know, have a fun day at the goon maze while you have your time. Dropship just menacing, not really doing anything. Oh, here we go. No, here we don't go. Are we going? Are we coming or going? Oh, he's dropping right in the middle of so many Dragoons, though. This drop was probably doomed from the start with so many Dragoons out. It does get taken out pretty easily. But at the same time, the push is coming with just a handful of units. Where is Redmond's army? There's 6 tanks, no, 5 tanks chilling there, 5 tanks chilling here. And he's got the tiny little hit squad just out here, not really doing much. Huge amount of units at the rally too. Oh, can they get out of this choke? Sort of. This one tank really making it hard for them. Speaking of making it hard to get out of this choke, this one goon ruining the whole Protoss army's day. Dude, this is Ascension in a nutshell. Also, Pro. This right here is Ascension. Oh, he got shot. Oh my god, is he really going to try and go through here? Are we going to watch the goons being executed one at a time? This is actually a horror story. Okay, a couple goons coming around the side. Oh no. Okay, these couple goons are going to try and do some damage here. They might take out a tank, actually. Look at that, pretty effective just from those 2, but single goon still stepping up to the murder spot. It's not a bloodbath refrigerator, it's an ice cream bath. Which sounds somehow more disgusting than bathing in blood, honestly. Dude, this spot. This is just the spot where Dragoons go to die. Oh my god. Stop! Stop!
Yeah, we really don't want to fight here. Don't do it.
I mean, is this even fighting? This is just stepping up. This is just like, you know, the cattle going into the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Blue freeze Gatorade bath? I'd still rather do that than ice cream, honestly, refrigerator. I think you'd be way less sticky after bathing in Gatorade than bathing in ice cream. The meat grinder. Oh, how many Dragoons are left? Oh, there's still a few. Well, the Dragoon... Oh, he even puts the mines there. If the tanks weren't bad enough. Oh, my god. Oh, and the vultures come in as soon as all the goons are gone. Very nice. I'd love to see him place a couple mines. I just want to see a big explosion, man. Place a mine. Do it. Do it. No. He's just trying to target probes as best he can. GG. JinJin leaves the game. Redmond takes it. Alright, well, not a very surprising 2-0 there, given the first game, I suppose. But, you know, JinJin definitely has some solid macro going. I think if people on his team just help him out a bit, maybe show him sort of how the pro games are played and describe, like, the units you need to get, like, especially Dragoon range and that kind of stuff. Get him to take a third base. I mean, he could be really strong, I think, because he made a lot of units there, which is very basic units, so not very cost-effective. But yeah, that's going to be it for that game. We're just going to take a quick break here before we get into our next series. And let me see, which replays do we have? Because as I was saying, some games are missing. So I'll just tell you before we go on break. So we're not doing Z-Man versus, what is it? Solo Aaron. I'll tell you the result of that in just a moment. Where is it? So Z-Man took that one. Again, I assume it's a walkover. For their sake, I hope it's a walkover because there's no replays. But we are doing Throne of Bone versus Gabagoon. So when we come back from our break, that's what we're doing. We'll see you guys in a bit. Alright. You on mobile data?
What?
I can't hear you, sorry. Say it again.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Come join the game in Battle.net. See if it works.
Yep, I'm hopping on now.
Okay. Oh, I didn't put us on break this whole time. That's embarrassing. Ha! We're back. The timer lied. Bet you thought we were going to be another 2 minutes. You were wrong. We're back already. We sorted out, hopefully, a bit of the lag so we can go a bit smoother as we jump into our next game here. We're starting off Throne of Bone versus Gabagoon. Oh, if the game will start. Maybe the lag isn't as fixed as I thought, because, you know, in Battle.net, when the game doesn't start, it doesn't bode well. Uh-oh.
I think it's worse.
I was about to show them the Brutal. Well, no, we'll see. It seemed better. It seemed better. At the start of the game, it'll lag. The classic. Alright, just give it time. I believe. You gotta have faith. It worked when we tested it, but now it seems worse. So that's unfortunate. I'm still going to give it like 20 seconds because it did smooth out before. So in the 12 o'clock here in the red, we have Throne of Bone, and the bottom left in the blue, we have Gabagoon. A TVZ coming up here. Gabagoon here for JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. Flying here for casting. And Throne of Bone here for the Notorious S.C.V. I mean, what do you reckon, Flying? It still seems to be, again, like, see, it seems fine right now, but then it spikes, so maybe we should just go back to doing it on Discord. Yeah, we were doing that before, Zeski, but we had this working a second ago. When I was on break, we tested it, it worked fine, so I don't know why now that all I did was change the overlays, and now it won't work. But unfortunately, that's the case. I reckon you better just go back to Discord, unfortunately, Flying, because this is not quite going to do it. Yeah, I don't understand why it lags now. Because like I said, it was working before we did this. Can you escape the lobby, Flying, or is it too laggy and like you can't even open the menu? I don't know if he's saying anything, Champion. Maybe he's disconnecting completely.
Can y'all hear me?
There you go. Yep, I can hear you. And that means they can hear you too, I'm sure. The stream's on a delay, so don't worry if the chat says they can't. Alright, I think we're good to go. We're going to carry on here. There you go, they can hear you. Flying back on the Discord stream. Unfortunately, our attempted fix did not work, so we're going back to how we were doing it. So yes, TVZ coming up here. Throne of Bone versus Gabagoon, as I said. Throne of Bone here for Notorious S.C.V. and Gabagoon for JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. So far, JinJin, the Pandor Patrol won every match for Tier 3. And you know, I did say when I saw the team reveal that JinJin, the Pandor Patrol, is far and away the most stacked team. Absolutely unfair team. If they don't win finals, that's honestly embarrassing for them. So I'm calling them out right now. They have to win everything, or it's just letting themselves down given how stacked their team was at the team reveal. Now, of course, everyone has potential to improve and change over the course of CPL, and that can make a big difference over the course of a season. Now, look at this. Overpool coming up in TVZ again. Is this the theme for today? People worried about proxies or something. Are we gonna see a wall? Wait, where's he? Oh. There you go, he builds the barracks. Not really in the right position for a wall, but there it is. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Was there like a CPL game I missed where there was like some crazy proxy, or like that's what everyone's been doing? Because these overpools, man, they're pretty popular right now. Oh, it is gas this time. Okay. Because last time we saw this wall, it did go into Goliath build. Maybe Gabagoon's thinking the same thing. They're not teammates, the opposite team, so I don't know where we would have learned it from. I want to see that 1-1-1 action. I always prefer to see that. I think it's more interesting. Sixling's coming up right over this overpull, though. So I wonder, is Gabagoon going to be prepared to defend this wall? Like I said, I don't think it's in the position to actually make a link-proof wall, so he's going to have to rely on SCVs as if he hadn't walled at all, really. And we'll see if he's aware. I guess this SCV is going to see the... Uh-oh. Depot coming out the front. That is not a bunker. So, not really going to help him out very much here. Maybe if he has some SCVs fighting out there, it'd be useful. Hang on, this SCV. Oh, he's going to get taken out. Ooh, Okay, he does kill it. That's unfortunate because no matter how the defense goes for Terran, it's extremely important to still have a scouting SCV in the Zerg base. It gives you a lot more options. And look at that. Gabagoon actually cancelled the depot and brought it back in here. I think that's wise, but still he doesn't have a wall. He doesn't realize, I don't think, the SimCity is going to help him at all. Okay, the SCV's finally come out, but they're not blocking the choke. The Lings are going to get right in. He did not block the narrowest point. Somehow he actually walls off all the entrances with SCVs. That's kind of swiftly done, but I think they better hack their way through. They're going to get on top of this Marine. Well, there you go. I mean, both these Lings are low. I guess he can't take out the last Marine. That was surprisingly effective given how like spread out and late those SCVs were to the party. Oh, more Lings are rallying though. He wasn't giving up. He's not just doing 6 Lings and calling it a day. He's still coming. And Terran still hasn't blocked this. Marine's not even being produced right now. This might be a very short game on our hands. Ooh. Okay, that Marine does take those out. 2 more Lings come in. Terran not really respecting this very much, to be honest. Not really trying to like block the entrance or anything. He does make a bunker though, actually, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is respecting this. That's what he decided to do instead of blocking the entrance. And I don't think Zerg's going to get too much done here because the Vulture is on the way, and that is a really powerful tool here. As soon as that's out, I think this is completely shut down. Here we go. Yeah, that Vulture's just going to kill infinite Lings coming in like this. Man, this is just like last game with the Dragoon slaughter point. This is the Ling slaughter point now. Sink that Vulture. You better repair that. Ooh, dude, he's just going to counterattack. He's not waiting for anything. Ooh, okay. He's pushing across here. Bunker being built here in the natural as the Sunken's going up, but the Sunken does finish. I like that Gabagoon was trying to do that aggressive counter, but unfortunately, the Sunken is up. Zerg knew what he was doing, but I think it's good move by Gabagoon for sure to force the Sunken. But look at this. He's bringing the SCVs. So now... Okay, no, I'm glad he didn't commit. That probably would have been a disaster, but I kind of wanted to see it anyway, the aggressive attack on the Sunken. So yeah, just to update you guys, you can probably see in chat, unfortunately, we've lost Flying for now, so I'm just solo casting for the moment. But we're going to carry on with this cast here. And see what happens here. Already a very exciting game with this overpool versus Vulture action. And you know, Zerg has more drones than I would have thought, given how many Lings he made and attacked with. So I think Zerg's still in a relatively okay position. Looks like Terran going to expand too, so things may just settle down here. This bunker kind of awkward. Well, you ain't a Zerg player, so you can kind of get away with one inefficient mining patch. It won't suffer you too much. Lings walking up. What is the proper verb for Lings? They don't run, they don't walk, they sort of gamble, I suppose. Oh, hang on. That's a lot of Lings though in this Vulture. Oh, don't get surrounded. Oh my god, he's probably kicking that Marine. Like, get out of the way, you idiot. I gotta get in here. You know, it's the thing in Tier 3 again we've seen. These players are not so confident with their Vulture micro. He doesn't really want to go out and engage this by patrolling. He just wants to fight like an A-move unit, which is still pretty cost effective, but you do need to be more careful, and he's doing a good job keeping it alive. How did that Vulture make that shot? That was so long range. That was insane. Someone should clip that, just because I want to look at it later. Okay, now he's patrolling. There we go. Oh, he gets surrounded though and does get taken out. But killed a few Lings, and I think the next Vulture that comes out will clean this up. Meanwhile though, Zerg droning like crazy. 6 drones on the way and a Spire. The armory is ready, but I did not see Goliath range start, so Terran may not be prepared for this. Oh, that Vulture does get taken out as well. Again, no micro from Gabagoon. Unfortunately, going to lead to losing that right away. Okay, he's getting the Goliaths, but he's getting mines, not Goliath range. And, you know, the Goliaths technically outrange mutas without range, but we all know how mutas really work. Marines without range also technically outrange mutas. You can see how well that works out when Zerg's probably microing them. Oh, there's one Ling. Nothing more dangerous in your base than a single Zergling, except maybe like a Doom Dropper Swarm. Oh my god. Stop him. There you go. Nice. The double from both sides. 2 SCVs take him out. Alright, the first Goliath is out here. Now, the Spire is not done yet. Terran does have a bit of time, but Goliath range takes a really long time. So if he doesn't start it soon, there's definitely going to be a big window for Zerg to do a lot of harass here, and that's what I'm a bit worried about. Wait, what's this building? Oh, Queen's Nest. Fast Queen's Nest here. And look at that. A third going down. I love it. That's a great move for Throne of Bone. You're going to need that third gas for sure. And it's a slightly difficult location because if Terran scans the main, they won't see this. That said, it's going to be a lot harder to stop units getting in here until you have a lot more stuff out here. And you know, Terran's still only on one base, I just realized. This whole time I'm talking about this like Terran's expanded, but only on one base here. It's going to be a lot harder to actually build up the kind of mech army you're going to need. So going to be a bit tough, but He does have the 2 factories and the upgrades. If he can come out with a strong push, maybe you can punish the Zerg here, but that's the thing. If it's Mutalisks that are going to come out, he's not going to have Goliath range, so how is he going to deal with that? Still no Goliath range being researched. Ion Frost is instead coming out. You got 1 Vulture, and boy is it going to zoom. Is very good for harassment, especially if this 3rd base gets droned up, but if Terran doesn't get a 2nd base of his own, there's not really much point in harassment. Once again, we have Broodling on the way. But you Zerg players out there, you should know, you should always just get all the queens first and then get Broodling, because Broodling doesn't take very long, and energy does. Energy takes forever. I don't really know about queen energy, someone else will have to address that, but I imagine it might be worth it sometimes. But at any rate, you don't need to get Broodling so fast, because 150 energy is a lot. Hive on the way as well. So this is very similar to another mech TVZ game, actually. Zerg just trying to tech up here. Not really putting on too much pressure. No lurkers this time, though. No mutas actually got made. And, you know, some of the time I kind of like this because Terran has to freak out and make turrets, but Terran only made a couple turrets. Terran doesn't have Goliath range. If he just went hard on mutalisks, this actually would have been really strong. That's it. The queens are coming out so early. He's going to have a lot of time to build them up. This is going to be quite tough, I think, for Terran to deal with if he doesn't do some damage at some point. Look at this. They do find this base. Oh, and the Goliaths come across too. He might actually be able to kill this because what does Zerg actually have? Zerg has 2 queens. He's getting queen energy now after they've been built. Somehow, 2 Goliaths and Vulture are going to be enough to take this out. I can't believe it. Got that semi-link proof wall. Damn Silphid with its 1 patch of rocks. Well, he's not even trying to morph anything here, so I guess he's given up on this base already. Oh, look at that. He's trying to make a sneak hatchery. I love that move, but Gabagoon, too smart for that. He's like, okay, I know there was a drone here. He's gone somewhere. I found him. And I'm going to delete him. Oh, run, drone. No. Oh, he's finally making some lings here, I believe. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Hatchery is going to fall. That's a big blow here for Throne of Bone. No attempt to retake a 3rd. You know, I have to say, all these low-tier games, a common mistake I see is when people lose a base or like their attempt to take a base gets denied, they don't try again when they should. But look at this. Throne of Bone gonna subvert my expectations. He's sending out a drone to do it, which is what you need to do. You need to immediately try and retake a base here unless you have some plan to kill your opponent. Because, you know, yes, you built a 3rd base and lost it, but the reason you built that 3rd base still exists. You still need the money from that. Oh my god, what is this drone actually doing? I'm kind of disturbed now. Once again, we see this Ultralisk Cavern, and I'm not a fan. If you're on 2 bases, against mech in particular, I don't think this is the way to go. I think it's better to go with Swarm Lurker. What's up, Refrigerator? Don't tell me you can't hear me this whole time. How could that be? No, I'm sure you can. What is it, Refrigerator? Yeah. Good. What are you about to tell me? No, Neblime, you're wrong. J-Dong likes Ultralisks on 2 base. Against Bio, it's a thing, right? You get your upgrades. The opponent has 100 Marines, but they do 1 damage, so you don't even care. Sure, but against Mech, not a fan at all. No 3rd base for Terran yet. Not even getting a command center, but he's getting the starport, and that to me says, I want to take this game later. I want to take a 3rd base eventually. I want to get more upgrades and go up to more factories. Gas only mining 2, unfortunately. But, you know, compared to the other mech game we saw, Terran doing a lot better job spending his money. Oh, dude, he did take the mineral only. Queens are getting ready, though. You know, despite my questioning this choice of Ultralisk, the Queens are still going to be very effective, I think. But that said, I don't see any tanks at all. Is this pure Goliath? Oh, I hope he realizes he doesn't have Goliath range now. Siege mode is on the way. And I guess he's producing a tank here? Nope, that's a Vulture. So, if it's only Goliaths, Queens aren't really going to do much. Yeah, you can Broodling a single Goliath, but you're probably going to lose the Queen if you have range. Well, here he comes. What's he going to hit here? Oh, a Parasite. Very nice. I mean, okay, it's worth doing, I think. Oh, and he Broodlings on as well. Parasite is very useful for getting those Broodlings down. You know what? He is getting value here. You want to get tanks? Yeah, Zeski, that'd be great. We'll sort that out after this game, I think. You do want to get tanks with these Broodling, but any kill you get is still a kill, and it'll cost him his energy. So you know what? It's still worth it. And that Parasite there is actually really good because you can see the rally point of the Terran, and you can see when they're going to move out and what they're producing. So far, I approve the Queens, but what are you going to do with this mineral base that's right next to the Terran? How are you going to play this game on 2 gas? I'm waiting for Throne of Bone to show me. Well, the Ultras are out. I don't think he has Ultra Speed yet. No, I mean, looking at them, they don't look that fast, right? But he does have Chitinous, I believe. That's not +3 Carapace, surely. No, that's +1 of Chitinous. Nidus coming up. Oh, this is the plan. So the whole plan is just to attack from close by with Nidus. Okay. But without Swarm, I mean, is it going to be enough? There are some mines, there are some Goliaths, very little tanks actually, so it may do the job. And it does bypass this huge minefield. Terran won't see it coming. This could be a move. What building is that? Oh, it's an evolution chamber. Scan goes down. Okay, scans the natural. He sees a Nidus. You got to be like, where does that Nidus go? There must be a third. Well, here it is. I mean, that mine technically sees a bit of a creep there, but as if he's going to pay attention to that. No player on Earth would notice this, I don't think. Or the Queens as well. Actually, the Queens make a huge difference here. If you're just brooding whatever key unit, there is a single tank. Or he finally kills the parasited Goliath, just in time perhaps to stop these Queens. But I mean, if he can just broodling a few units and then attack during the same chaos, this could actually end the game. This is such a scary attack here. Oh, is he going to lose the Queen? Yes, he does lose it. This is the problem. There's a lot of anti-air. It's a lot harder, especially without a parasite down. Is he going to attack? What's he waiting for? Here we go. Ultralisk getting ready. +2 Carapace did just finish, so it's a pretty good timing here. No Defilers here though. Bit of an anti-timing just before Consume finishes. If he waits for the Defilers, maybe far stronger. But Terran, I think, realizing what's up, lays a lot more mines, makes it a lot harder. Ling's trying to absorb them. Well, they do some, but not really enough. More Lings coming through. He needs this Dark Swarm. Terran under a lot of threat right now. Yeah, Refrigerator, man, you got no idea. This is a thing. It's huge. Although, if he's going to do a Nidus, I wonder if he should have put it in the back. A drop loading up. Maybe Terran doesn't realize how much terrain danger is in right here. And maybe he's going to fly past this and be like, oh, are those Defilers? Within 10 meters of my base? Oh my god, here we go. The Defilers are ready, they're all juiced up, they got their energy. He's got all the spellcasters, the Queens, the Defilers. I guess that's it, so only has 2 spellcasters, huh? Where's this guy going? Okay, the drop's heading out. But where's he going to drop? I mean, there's just the main and the natural. Third base coming down for Terran over here as well. Alright, here we go. Link's going in to absorb the mines, doing a decent job. Here we go, the man attack starting. Oh, nice swarm. A lot of mines, hit that first Ultralisk, but that's about all there is. Oh, actually, no, those mines do huge damage. Broodling's going down as well. What a well-coordinated attack, but unfortunately not hitting the tanks in the back yet. And this wall is actually huge. They have to go through this non-swarm stretch to get in. Where are the Broodling? There's still energy on these Queens. There we go, more swarm goes down. Another tank falls. Broodling's under swarm will do the job, if nothing else will. Oh, and he gets the last tank. Beautifully done by Throne of Bone. What an impressive attack here. I don't know if Terran can stop this. The walls still hold, and you know, buildings sort of are the hard counter to Ultralisk, especially with that Defiler in the way up there. But what can he do under swarm? These Broodlings just trying to go to town on these like armored units, not really doing a great job, but the wall is falling. Consumes for another swarm. He needs one more. Get that Ling. Did he consume the Ultralisk? No, he consumed a Ling. He has the energy. Oh my god. Dude, I think Zerg is dead. I think Terran's dead. Zerg's winning. He's just swarming his way in here. Mines are trying, but they can only do so much. Defiler is still alive. And look how many units are coming through the Nidus. There's still Lings that can come in here. Well, then again, Terran's fallen back to this defense, but the natural is getting ravaged here. I mean, Terran's still losing units here, even without swarm. Still not really trading very well. That Ultralisk is still going. Man, Ultralisks are beasts, aren't they, huh? Well, I guess literally. Oh god, run tank, run! No! You gotta get away! That's terrifying. Oh, and the Ling Flood comes in. That's how you end games like this. Once you're in there, you just rally Lings. There's nothing they can do. Trying to lay mines here. A few vultures coming out. But I mean, Lings just destroy the mines before they even go down. Oof. Alright, takes out that natural CC. Sadly didn't infest it, but he's on the production here. If he rallies these units in, I think it's going to be all over. Terran's still desperately trying to produce. Lots of drones died? Oh, the drop went down. My bad. I never catch drops, dude. I am the worst observer. I mean, you can't blame me for focusing on this epic attack here, but yeah. He did kill all the drones in the main, which is strong, but I don't think it even matters, man. He's going to be lifting all his buildings in a minute. You can kill all the drones you like. I think Zerg's still going to win this game. But hey, a nice drop by all accounts. Definitely worth doing. And, you know, Zerg can just start mining here if he really needs to. Champion says Tier 3 is insane in a more classic way. That's absolutely true. This is the kind of thing you see in Tier 3 more, for sure. For sure. you know, I like these holdouts as well. Terran just seeing how many units he can kill. A Wraith comes out, and you know, the Spire for Zerg is sort of getting hit. Maybe there's no answer to that Wraith, I don't know. Adrenaline skill building so fast, that is true. They don't even have any melee upgrade, I don't think. They're still doing the job. Ultras, on the other hand, kind of not so impressive against buildings. Oh, you know, Terran still has this base, actually. But how's he going to produce any units? He's still just trying to produce like a couple vultures at a time here. It's just a matter of time until Zerg finds it. Now, the drop is coming out again with a single vulture. GG. I think Gabagoon realizes nothing he can do. Now, we're just going to see if we can get Zeski in here to cast. We're just going to another quick break to see if we can sort that out. So, we'll be back in just, I think, a minute. Hopefully it won't take long.
Feel my heart, it's beat tight. All my body's breathing, it's just you and me. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. Let's free fall. Let's free fall.
Alright, we're back. We're back here at CPL. I'm Neblime, and I have the true flying, the real flying is here. Flying, how you doing?
The real flying.
Yeah.
The real flying.
How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Been a pretty good day so far.
Yeah, for sure. Some very exciting games in Tier 3, and we ain't
Yeah.
done. We ain't done by a
Yeah.
long shot. We got Tier 2 coming up after this. I forgot to add a point, but there you go. No, that's wrong. There you go. That's the point. Point for Zerg. And that's 1 point for Notorious S.C.V, their first one of the night. You want to join this lobby, Zeski, and we'll check out the second game?
Oh, okay. I was gonna...
Oh, I mean, if you'd rather do Discord, actually, that's fine too. So we'll just get it started in that case. Get that point on the board. That's right. Notorious S.C.V earned it with a really, honestly, exciting attack there.
Definitely earned it.
Alright. In the bottom left here, in the grey, we have Gabagoon. And the bottom right, in the red, we have Throne of Bone. Throne of Bone here for JinJin, the Pandor Patrol. And Gabagoon for Notorious S.C.V here on Ascension.
I kind of want to see another proxy canal, actually. This map would probably be better for it.
Actually, probably. Well, you know what would be really good is like a Doom drop. If you build the base, you know, at the back of the... hang on, let me turn on the map. The back of the... You know, the main here. You could set up hatchery here, I guess. And then just load up and boom, swarm and stuff in your main. That'd be pretty deadly, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Especially how big these Ascension mains are. I mean, they are ginormous compared to...
Yeah.
You know, regular mains. All flat map as well, so, you know, it makes it so, a little bit trickier to hold each of the bases normally, especially in, like, PvP or something against goons.
Well, you know, Zeski, Flying, the Tower Cross is a bit before your time, isn't it?
Yeah, quite a bit before my
Oh,
time.
that map. That map was the worst for drops. Protoss had their work cut out for them because it was just this huge, like, you know, 180 degree, like, circle with so much space, and you had a lost temple high ground above your natural. So, it wasn't so bad for Terran. Terran can sort of deal with various stuff, but for Protoss against Terran drops, it was just ridiculous. So, any map compared to that, I'm kind of going, it's not so bad. It's like you've been, you know, you've been ruined by crap maps, so you go to, like, maps that are pretty good, and you're like, well, this is perfect.
It actually reminds me of one of the ASL maps, I think.
Which one of the new ones?
Yeah, I think so. It's got like it's very open mains. Not good for dropping, but like the 2 entrances, and it's like very open main.
2 entrances? I don't remember that one. Oh, is that the one that's got like the destination clone with like the minerals and stuff at the back ramp?
maybe.
That doesn't even
not
narrow it
70,
down.
not 76.
Yeah,
it was-
the other one.
It's another Twilight map. Maybe it didn't quite make it into the ASL. I can't
Two-player
remember.
one, yeah?
Yeah,
Top left and
two-player.
bottom right? Yeah, I know the one. Again, I guess Destination's a bit before your time, but I would say it's definitely a development of the concept of a map called Destination, which
Alright.
was a lot worse than Tower Cross. So, for my money anyway. Scout coming
Yeah.
up here. So far we just have regular. Looks like it was Hatch first here. Oh, don't lose that SCV.
Is that a 15cc?
Oh, is it indeed? Yeah, I suppose it is.
Yeah.
I guess, having scouted right away, he can get that, which is a great move. These little refinements, are rare to see in Tier 3, so I'm impressed. We have seen 76. Hey, Yumkarks, what's your name on Discord? Because I was trying to at you for the cast, but I could not. But yeah, I like that refinement for sure. You just get that command center a little faster, skip your second depot for a little bit, and you can really get a great start in the game here in TVZ. Now, if Zerg knows what they're doing, the counter, you send 6 lings right away and you force a bunker out. It sort of negates that economic advantage a little bit. And he is getting 4 already. If he sends them straight across the map, Terran may have to get a bunker here. Already 2 Marines out, though.
Yeah, and he's doing a really fast barracks as well on, like, I don't know, 17. I assume it was 17, maybe 18. But yeah, really fast bunker as well. Barracks, rather. So this is a really refined build coming from Gabba this time.
Yeah, last game, the opening. Oh, Overlord, uh-oh. Don't go that way, you can't even get away, can you? Oh, maybe you can, actually. Is he going to make it?
That's going to erupt into a ball of flesh, unfortunately.
Well, hang on, he needs high ground vision. He needs to get up there. Oh, okay, that's huge. That's a huge blow for Zerg here this early in the game. How is he going to recover from this? The Ling's not really game to go in. I guess they probably can't do anything 3 against 3. Well, let's see. Marines to kind of spread out here. Oh, he needs to micro this. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, he does pull them back to a pretty good spot. Nice SCV pull there. That was actually really well done. I mean, he didn't have to lose the first 2 Marines, but after that, that SCV was, like, magnificent blocking that.
I did see a Sunken get thrown down from Zerg as well, so it looks like the Zerg's taking a little bit of a backstep here between the premature Sunken, the Overlord going down as well.
Nice
Taking quite a little bit of damage in this early game. It's definite, as well as the 15cc. Like, Darren is definitely in an advantageous position here.
Yeah,
we'll have to
Darren's looking
see
real strong.
how Gabba's going to capitalize on his advantage, though. 'cause,
Well, good old stim
how much-
timing's looking pretty nice right now.
It is.
Blair, I don't think this spy was on time. I think it's a little late here. So, I think he's going to have a strong timing. But, what does he actually have? Is there anything in this bunker? No, he's got 5 Marines. And he's going to have a medic, because the second one's very late. That's not even a medic, it's a Marine. 5 Marines and a medic. I mean, you can technically kill a Sunken with that, but I don't think you're really going to have enough left over to do much to the zone. So, I don't know. Maybe he's missed his window for a stim timing here. I mean, losing those 2 Marines does make an impact, I suppose. But still, I think as long as if he just wants to sit back and defend, he's got everything he's going to need. No, eBay! Oh, there it is. Found it. So, yeah, it's looking pretty solid.
Strange spot for an EB. But,
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah, I think his stim time is kind of missed. Like, the spies already
Yeah.
finished. 6 spears are on the way. Even if you're, like, halfway across the map now, those meters should be finishing up and should be able to deal with the Marines and the medics.
Well, to be fair, in Tier 3, I suppose, their timings are roughly matching each other here. I wouldn't say one player has executed far better than the other. It's interesting, in Game 1, Gabagoon definitely had like a really well-executed opening up until he got his first Vulture out, which was at a good timing. The scan went down here. Oh, wrong player. Just sees the main, confirms the Spire. What was I saying? Until he got his first Vulture out, and then it was chaos because there were Lings in his base and stuff, and from that point, it didn't seem very organised. Whereas, say, Throne a Bone, he was sort of making moves left and right, and it all centred around this Nidus attack. And if he didn't have that Nidus attack, I would have had a lot of questions, for sure. But so far this game, both players really showing a very regular build. Ooh, nice pick off there.
Looks like he's just trying to outrange those Marines. Does manage to get the turret.
Ooh, starting to pick off
Another
Marines
Marine
too.
as well.
Yeah, really nice meter micro here. Oh, that was a good one.
Flies off into the main.
Oh, we better repair that. Okay, yeah, it's only 5 meters
Ooh,
here, so
just-
I think, yeah.
Just gets the repair in time. Yeah, these turrets are really, really spread out, and they're not really covering these mineral lines as much. So it's giving these muses a lot of opportunity to really do some additional damage that they might not necessarily be able to afford on. I think it's 5 muses we're down to in this stack.
Oh, it is 6, my bad.
6. Okay, still 6.
But
One really
more
low
are
health.
being produced. We've got 2 here and 4 more just hatched as well. So he is going hard on Mutalisk. +1 air attack is on the way. This is the good old 2-hatch Muta, build up mini Muta. And he's just going to do a lot of damage with this. I mean, I don't see any turrets going into production either. There are definitely weak spots. And so far, Throne doing a really good job of exploiting them. He could even pick off that turret really easily, actually.
I think he can pick up all those turrets.
Probably.
That's good enough.
Oh, well, not with that Mutalisk, you can't.
But I see something in the Zerg main, and that's a Queen's Nest.
Oh, okay, so he's going to go into that hive. I wonder if we might see Greater Spire here with this +1 coming up. But for now, the
Maybe.
Mutalisk is going to continue.
But I also saw additional Sunkens get made, so I think we're going into Crazy Zerg.
Well, if you go Guardian, I would say you need all the more Sunkens, because you don't want to get counter-attacked.
Well, usually if it's Guardians, you'd grab a Hydrogen as well for the Hydrogen.
That's true,
but
that's
we'll
true.
see. And
Ooh.
usually it's +1 armor instead of +1 air weapons.
Dude,
but
Throne of Bone has really good Micro for tier 3. He's dominating Gabagoon.
this is tier 2, tier 1 micro easily. I mean, this is way
crushing
too
it.
good.
And you know,
Way-
the macro could be better at home, but he's still progressing. He's still teching up here, you know, and he's still producing Mutalisk. We are missing drones here, and it's always a trap, I think, for newer players. You spend too much APM microing this, and now he's making 5 overlords at once, but hey, it's better than not producing anything. And so far, I think it's absolutely been worth it, the amount of damage he's doing.
I mean, look at the work accounts.
Yeah.
There. 25 to
equalize it.
23.
25, you say? 23?
Yeah, sorry. Past the
22. Wow, he's
Thoroughbone
done-
immediately proving me wrong.
Still picking
Yeah,
off Marines here. I mean, Gabagoon microing his bio as best he can, but without the turrets and supporting positions, there's not much you can do. This natural is exploitable if there's no turrets, right? Another scan goes down. Scans the main, so he sees the hive is on the way. If it is going to be Guardian, hopefully be aware that's coming. Another poor Overlord, man. Throne of Bone is not looking after his Overlords here. That's something going down here. Some more drones are popped, but they're not going to work yet.
Dropship just finished, so I think he might be trying to
Where is it?
fly over and... Yep, there it is. Fly over and maybe do some counter damage to try and get the muses out that way.
Well, it is a bit dicey. Oh, we didn't see it. It is a bit dicey against Mutalisk, but also at the same time, they can sort of be like, I don't need to worry about drops. I've still got 12 Mutalisks out. And if they're out of position, maybe you can take out that third. That's the counterblow Terra needs, I feel like, to stay in this game. If they don't take out that third, I think Zerg's just way too far ahead. But I mean, it looks like it's going to be hard for Zerg to stop this with the Mutalisk stuck in this corner. Not only are they really far away, they sort of have to fly around to get here. So, I mean, it looks like a strong move.
You were right, Neb. It is going to be a great Aspire into Guardians.
There you go. He scans a random ass spot on the map. Oh my god, are you kidding me? What is this? This drone and dropship passing each other. So, I mean, still, you can still do plenty of damage here, though. Not to say it's not going to be worth it. Mutalisk coming in. The first vessel will be out soon. And now, he can deal with Mutalisk with Radiate, but Guardians, one Radiate's not going to be enough. Dropship has stalled. What's he waiting for?
Refilling on gas, I think. 9 drones are being made, and additional Sunkens.
Yeah, I think you need more Sunkens than this. I mean,
I think the
Gabagoon's-
Sunkens are for the third base.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
the-
true. Well, that makes
yeah,
sense.
Holding for the drop.
Look, I mean,
And,
Gabagoon's taken a beating, so he doesn't have much, but I think in general, when you're going Guardians without any Hydra, I really think you make like 6 Sunkens or something crazy here, and you really just rely on Terra not being able to hurt you on the ground. Now look at this, his dropship's coming in. It's going to probably do a lot of damage, though. There's absolutely nothing here to defend, no units whatsoever. The Guardians are morphing, and damn, I just realized this spot is so brutal as well, so it makes a lot of sense to go Guardians on this map. He's got to unload this dropship. Go, go, go. There you go. A lot of damage going to go down here. Both players look like they're going to tear each other apart. These Guardians are going to do massive damage. There is no stopping them. You have a single Irradiate. What are you going to do here? No more vessels even in production. Going straight for the Greater Spire, but it's too late. It's done its job. But at the same time, Zerg won't be able to remake any Mutalisks after that falls. Oh my god, they're ready.
I think suspect the Zerg won't need to, as they also have a Devourer in the mix. I saw.
Oh my God.
I'm not there. But I'm
Yeah, where
not
did
sure
they build that? Oh, it's down here.
Oh, there it is.
Well, one Irradiate
Yes.
goes down, but that ain't going to do it.
The Devourer is very good if Gabba decided to grab some Wraiths to try and deal with these Guardians, which is a very popular decision from Karen.
Where'd the medic go? Isn't there a medic with this?
I think there was. I don't know.
Probably got rallied back through the Sunkens. I mean, okay, so he's doing the damage. He's going to take out the Hive, which is absolutely huge. That's a massive pick-off, but how does he stop his entire base from getting destroyed? I don't know that he can.
I think these Guardians will just simply destroy this base until it's gone.
No lift. Ooh. He's got
One
some
race in
runes.
production, but yeah, that vessel does not have the energy quite yet, and it won't have the energy for some time. And these Guardians can just simply stay near this high ground and run back as soon as the Marines decide to stim him and kill them.
Dude, look at this defense he's setting up. He's building 2 spawning pools just in case, 1 at each base.
Yeah, he's prepared for like a base race. Like he knows.
Yeah,
but I
makes
think
sense.
he's definitely in the advantageous position here. The Wraith is getting some damage done. We
Yeah, and
don't
the
quite
Marine's
have
coming
Big
in as
Barrier
well.
here.
I mean, I guess he's going to clean this up, but at what cost? He's taking so much damage. 15 SCVs remain, and there's no natural command center.
Yeah, we're just not mining, and we are on 80 minerals.
Now,
We have
Zerg-
1 Valkyrie in production, and that's all our money.
Oh, the Mutalist comes in. 1 Mutalist, 1 Devourer completely eats a Wraith alive, and that's it. Maybe he won't stop these. The Valkyrie going to do its best. I think it can take out that Muta, but I don't think it's going to win the 1v1 versus the Devourer. Oh no, definitely not. Every shot the Mutalist hits adds so much here, and he's still targeting the Guardians. If a few Marines come out, it might be possible, but what money does he have? His SCVs aren't mining. That Valkyrie's going to fall very soon, and the Guardians are still alive. Valkyrie's actually surprisingly bad against Guardians because of their base armor. Oh, that Marine, is he a hero? Nope. That ain't Jim Raynor down there.
That was the Marine in the Brutal Cinematic, that one.
Yeah, that's
Immediately
right. Radiates 1 more Guardian. But I think it's going to be...
he's sending
Redmond.
all these SCVs across the map.
He ain't
Looks like he's
breaking this
going-
with like 9 SCVs. I can call that right now.
But he's ready. He's gonna...
Oh, Ling's
These
even
small
pop.
Sunkens will more than easily deal with this.
Ling's even pop just in time. I mean, this is a nice spot he's dropping in, but at the end of the day, all these Marines are on 10 HP already. There's no medic. He can lift his buildings, but unless he can somehow manage to kill every drone in every base, I don't really see how he's going to do this. And even then, the Devourer and the Mutalist can kill the floating buildings eventually. That's the last stand of the Terran up here. GG. So, Throne of Bone going to take it 2-0. Very nice.
Very action-packed series.
Yeah, those were great games. Those were really awesome. So, once again, we're missing the replays. Or actually, it seems the game wasn't actually played. I have it as a draw, so I imagine they weren't able to schedule. So that's it for Tier 3 here. We can see JJPP took 3 games out of 5. 1 for SCV and 1, unfortunately, was unable to be played. But we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to go into Tier 2. It's not over. It's going to be same teams, same casters, and we're just going to go straight into it after a short break. So see you soon.